Hi there, Dr. Tracy Bennett from Get Kids Internet Safe, and today is week 11 for your family coaching video. So today we're going to talk about our relationships with ourselves. With on-demand content at our fingertips, many of us have developed a phobia of boredom. A phobia means we're just like afraid of being bored and having nothing to do. So we carry our screens around with us all the time. I mean, being alone with our thoughts can be like a hard thing for some people, especially these days. Yet our relationship with ourselves is really important. So today's GKIS family lesson challenges us to form a best friend, loving, nurturing relationship with ourselves. After all, guess who we will have to count on for our whole lives? Ourselves. So this is very much some of the things I teach in clinical practice that you get here on the GKIS app. So here we go. Okay, so when I wrote my book, Screen Time in the Meantime, I went through all the sources of digital injury, which I might have mentioned to you already, health risks, risks because of interpersonal exploitation in kids. I'll explain that down the line, and also risks from marketers, people trying to get you to spend money. So we're going to start on health risks now, and we're on step 1, which is distraction. Specifically, distractions from and replacement of healthy and non-digital relationships. Last week, we talked about our distraction from friends and family. And this week, we're going to talk about an unhealthy self-comparison. So what does that mean? What that means is that oftentimes we're on our phones and our computers and our tablets and television so often that we don't spend time on our own, and we're distracted from a healthy relationship with ourselves. We don't allow ourselves the quiet time that I teach so often in clinical practice that is necessary in order for us to kind of sort through our thoughts about how our lives are going, how our relationships are going, and taking the time to take care of ourselves. So this week, I offer you a video teaching you how to do imagery, which is an awesome way to spend creative quiet time and to give your brain a rest. We found in psychological research that those people who do guided imagery, meditation, and spend quiet time with nature do far better with their psychological wellness. So parents, this is the time to teach your kids how to sit quietly and kind of sort through their thoughts and feelings in order to make sense of those. And another destructive part of screen time in our relationship with ourselves is our tendency to compare ourselves with others. I call this compare and despair. So parents, when you guys were little, you got the average of 100 digitally or 100 enhanced images exposure a week. But kids now see 3,000 enhanced images a week. And what those images are, here's a famous photo pulled off Instagram of the Kardashian sisters. Many people know them as celebrities that are influencers, very popular with kids and teens. And although they are beautiful women and they're great business women, these celebrities often post pictures of their bodies. And it's important for kids to understand that they're famous for saying that they've taken up to 6,000 images of themselves for a weekend and up to 500 in one sitting in order to get the perfect image. Now, these images, you have to understand, are specially lit and digitally enhanced. In other words, photoshopped and changed so that they look thinner and more perfect than they really are. And oftentimes celebrities also have a lot of makeup on, and some of them have even had surgery and stylists for hair and makeup and everything else and the perfect clothing to make them look almost like a doll instead of a real person. They're technically professional models and they sell those images for influence, and they make a lot of money from that. So it's important that you recognize that these are marketing images. In other words, they're not who you truly are, and they can actually distract you from the best parts of yourself. So here's an example of marketing that can change body image, especially for young women, but it happens to men too. So I did not do this. This is offered by another expert, and I'll credit them in the reading. So they offered 2 magazine covers as an illustration of how we are sold to feel terrible about ourselves in order to buy things. So what we should have are magazine covers that talk about how we do things that are great, how we help our community, the healthy foods that we can eat, and how we can work hard to get better grades because we know that effort pays off. How to be the best you ever, how to plan and make goals and do things that, are going to boost your career and decrease drama. And also, highlight those people who've really achieved something, like this 2015 picture of Olivia Halsey, who was the Google Science Fair grand prize winner. So that would kind of show a more balanced perspective of who we want to be and who to celebrate. But instead, we get hit with marketing, which means how to sell, the perfect highlights and the perfect haircuts, and the beauty gurus who sell us makeup and cosmetics and products online. The fashion, fitness, and beauty industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry, meaning that people who post these kind of pictures are often selling things to us. So if they can make us feel terrible about our hair, they can sell us hair products. If they can make us feel terrible about our eyes, they can sell us cosmetics. If they make us feel terrible about our lips, then maybe we'll go to a plastic surgeon and get them pumped up. And that seems pretty sad to me, because then we only focus on our hair and our makeup and our fashion and our bodies, and we compare them to these celebrities that aren't pictures of real people, they're enhanced pictures. And it really can lead to psychological problems like eating disorders and a thing called body dysmorphic disorder. And I offer the readings to the parents so you guys can explain to the kids what that means, and you can achieve psychological wellness in your house instead of falling victim to these kind of marketing tricks online. The most important thing is that you be you. What's important is that you're a real person with friends and family, enjoying the things you enjoy every day, instead of spending all your money and spending 2 hours in front of the mirror trying to look like somebody you'll never be, because none of us are. Sometimes it's the eyes of one person, the nose of another, and a chin of another, all put together in a digitally enhanced image. So, what are you going to do for your family exercise today? My recommendation is that you spend time together looking at real family photos, not celebrity enhanced photos. So go through your photo albums or your digital photo albums, and each of you pick your favorite photos of yourselves and your family and create a fun slideshow on your computer, right? Just, pick maybe what? Anywhere from 20 to 40 photos, which could be pretty fun. And then set up a slideshow with your device. And you can even add music sometimes and special effects like the Ken Burns effects, which kind of moves the photo in and out of the frame. And spend that time, because going through your photos is going to remind you how important your family is and how important it is to spend time together, which we talked about last week. All right, so for next week, we are going to talk about learning tools and healthy brain development. So I will see you then. Have a great time with your family exercise. This is Dr. Tracy Bennett from Get Kids Internet Safe. Take care.